in Kashmir, the classrooms are brimming with hate and bigotry. August 24th school slap incident has drawn heavy criticism from the opposition, and private school is now shut. Now, the leaders of the opposition, who had very quickly pointed out that the incident was a fallout of alleged hatred spread by the BJP and RSS, have been consciously silent on the Kathua shocker. A class 10 student was beaten black and blue by his teacher and principal. His only fault was that he wrote Jai Shri Ram on the blackboard. Such was the intensity of the assault that the student developed swelling on his wrist, problems in hearing, and even internal injuries with blood passing through urine. Listen in to what the student has to say.
क्या हुआ था उस दिन?
उस दिन मैंने बोर्ड के ऊपर जय श्री राम लिखा था, उसके ऊपर मारा उन्होंने।
क्यों मारा था आपको? क्या हुआ था, पूरा बताएंगे?
मैंने बोर्ड के ऊपर जय श्री राम लिखा था ना,
हाँ।
उसके ऊपर फारूक डॉक्टर आते थे, मुझे मारने लगे। फिर मारते मारते इधर ऑफिस में ले आए, फिर प्रिंसिपल सर ने मारा मुझे।
वो आपको पढ़ाते तो नहीं है, वो 11वीं और 12वीं, वो कैसे अंदर आ गई क्लासरूम में?
वो हमारा पीरियड वेकेंट था ना,
अच्छा,
तो हमको बोला तुम बाहर जाओ थे, उन्होंने लाई 12वीं उधर क्लास।
अच्छा,
हाँ जी।
पहले आपको क्लासरूम में पीटा?
हाँ जी।
सबके सामने पीटा?
हाँ जी।
और उसके बाद
बाहर आए,
फिर
ब्रांडे में पीटते पीटते ऑफिस में आ गए।
अच्छा, फिर
उधर प्रिंसिपल सर ने मारा दोनों ने।
अच्छा,
हाँ जी,
दोनों ने मारा।
हाँ जी।
तो फिर आप कहाँ गए उसके बाद? आप वहीं?
फिर मैं स्कूल ही में था। फिर
अच्छा, कहाँ चोट आई थी आपको?
फिर ये तो दर्द हो रहा है, कान में थोड़ा कम सुनाई दे रहा है।
कान में नहीं सुनाई दे रहा है?
थोड़ा कम है।
अच्छा, और भी कुछ प्रॉब्लम हुई आपकी?
और इधर
ये जो स्वेलिंग है आपकी,
हाँ।
ये देखिए, ये स्वेलिंग है।
मेडिकल रिपोर्ट में जो एडमिट के वक्त जो एक रिपोर्ट आई थी, मुझे खाली सिर्फ उसका पता है कि बच्चे को थ्रैश किया गया है, स्लैप किया गया है और टांगों से मारा गया है। उसको जो एक रिपोर्ट आई है उसके यूरिनल सैंपल की, उसमें ब्लड भी एक स्पॉट आया था, लेकिन अभी बच्चा बिल्कुल फिट है। और जो भी डिस्चार्ज रिपोर्ट में जो डिटेल लिखी गई है वो हमारे आईओ के पास अवेलेबल है।
Opposition is split regarding the action taken in this particular case. The Congress says the government's move is selective and not outrage. On the other hand, the Samajwadi Party says that beating a student for writing Jai Shri Ram is wrong. Listen in.
At least there the teacher was arrested. You compare the two examples. Actually, nothing should be compared, but even if you want to compare the two examples, the teacher responsible for the Muzaffarnagar crime is not yet arrested. The teacher responsible for the Kathua crime is arrested. That is the difference in the way our governments look at crimes. They look at crimes also from a communal agenda.
लगता है कि उसके खिलाफ भी कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए। अगर कहीं जय श्री राम लिख दिया जा रहा है तो इसमें पीटने वाली कौन सी घटना बनती है? भाई, अगर आप किसी धर्म को मानते हैं तो अपनी बात लिख सकते हैं, उसे समझाया जा सकता था, लेकिन पीटा नहीं जा सकता था। उसके खिलाफ भी कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए।
On the other hand, the mother of the Muzaffarnagar school student has only one demand, and that is that the teacher should be arrested to send out a strong message. She goes on to mention that the teacher didn't have any remorse on her face and even called the incident the rules of her class. Listen in.
अब आप किस तरीके से देखती हैं इस पूरे मसले को? क्या चाहती हैं? कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए इस तरीके से बच्चों के साथ और नहीं होना चाहिए?
जी हाँ, कार्रवाई तो होनी चाहिए, और बच्चे के अलावा भी इस तरह का होना नहीं चाहिए ये केस। और बच्चा डरा हुआ, गलत तो उसने किया, ये तो सभी कह रहे गलत किया। बाकी ऐसी टीचर नहीं होनी चाहिए, ऐसा स्कूल नहीं होना चाहिए जो ऐसा भेदभाव करती है, बच्चों से छितवाती है, मोमदन बतलाती है बच्चों के सामने। जिस बच्चे को आज तक उन्होंने नहीं पता, उसे मोमदन का मसला बता दिया उसने, तो ऐसा तो होना नहीं चाहिए ना।
क्या पहले भी इस तरीके की घटना हुई थी? आपके कभी बच्चे ने स्कूल जाता था, रोज बताया कि ऐसा उसके साथ बिहेवियर किया जाता था पहले?
जी हाँ, मतलब मार मूर तो देती है, कदम बता लेता वो। हाँ। मारा तो हम ये सोचते थे कि टीचर ने मारा होगा, वैसे हमें कोई पता नहीं था ऐसा बच्चों से छितवाती है या कोई ऐसी बात सामने नहीं आई थी। वो तो हमने वीडियो देखा जब पता चला हमें।
टीचर ने नहीं मारा और बच्चों से उसकी पिटाई करवाई, ये कितना गलत मानते हैं?
जी ये तो मैं बहुत गलत मानती हूँ, क्योंकि बच्चा की तौहीन मतलब इतनी है, बच्चा स्कूल में भी नहीं जाना चाह सकता, बच्चे किस तरीके से हंस रहे, इस यो मैं बहुत बड़ा मुद्दा मानती हूँ।
क्या कार्रवाई चाहते हैं उस टीचर के खिलाफ, स्कूल के खिलाफ?
कार्रवाई जी मतलब स्कूल बंद होना चाहिए या गिरफ्तारी ऐसी तो सजा उसे मिलनी चाहिए, क्योंकि दिमाग तो इंसान का बदलता नहीं। तो ऐसा तो सबक होना चाहिए और टीचरों के लिए भी ऐसा ना करें मैं। अब जो अगर ये मतलब कुछ ना हुआ तो फिर मतलब और ऊपर भी असर पड़ेगा, किसी का वो नहीं हुआ तो ऐसा तो।
Let's take this across to our guest. Joining us with us is Lalit Ambardar. He's an activist. Desh Ratan Nigam is a lawyer. Joining us also is Romesh Sabharwal of the Congress Party. And with us is Ahmed Ayaz, former Secretary of the Jammu and Kashmir Muslim Personal Law Board. Mr. Ahmed Ayaz, let me begin with you, because here you have, well, I think we've lost that line there with Mr. Ahmed Ayaz. Let me see if I can connect with Romesh Sabharwal. Romesh Sabharwal, what we are seeing over here is reactions coming in, and they're saying that there is a difference in the two cases. In the two cases, clearly, of course, there is no outrage that has been expressed with the shocking incident that happened in Kathua. Both incidents certainly condemnable. Violence has no place in the education system. There's no two ways about it. And of course, hate and bigotry also have no place in the classroom. But having said that, why was there selective outrage is the question that the BJP is asking. How do you respond to that? Romesh Sabharwal.
No, both the cases are equivalent. Both the cases, the punishment, way of punishment was wrong. In Muzaffarnagar also, and in Kathua also. The dignity of the teacher was lowered in both the cases. Guru is like a god. But in both the cases, they have not played the role of God. The teacher profession is affected. The punishment way is wrong. And both places, what has happened, it should not have happened. I remember when I was studying in a school, we used to, Gayatri Mantra, we used to do in the prayer. There's nothing wrong in Jai Shri Ram if the boy has written that. The teachers would have advised him that don't write this because we have all the religion. That is another issue. The way of punishment was wrong in both the cases. That is a basic issue. And the teachers of this country, the government should sensitize them. They need some teachers, they need some training, you know.
Right.
Because in the schools, we teach more about the nationhood.
That's fine. But the larger question is of hate. The larger question is of hate, and of course that yardstick has to be equally applied is the only argument coming in here. Let me bring in Desh Ratan Nigam. Desh Ratan Nigam, you agree with what Romesh Sabharwal is saying? He's saying that it is the same problem. The two problems are comparable. Clearly, at the end of the day, from his point of view, as far as violence is concerned, that has no place in a classroom, and that point is fine. But really, when it comes to hate and bigotry, in terms of the responses that we are seeing, is it really an equal response that you are gauging at the moment?
So in fact, what has happened here is I agree with the proposition of Mr. Sabharwal, but he has not yet answered why the unequal response from the Congress side. You make a lot of hue and cry about Muzaffarnagar, but you remain quiet about Kathua, and also what has happened in Tamil Nadu where the Kalawas were cut by a teacher. No response. So this unequal response is what the politics is all about. Now the communal angle was given by Muhammad Zubair, who revealed the identity of that particular student. You are not supposed to reveal that identity. It is illegal and a crime, and therefore a case has been, registered against that person. So there is no doubt the illegality being committed by the teachers in all the three cases out here, and that has to be taken at the highest level and should be taken to logical conclusion.
But Desh Ratan Nigam, you have people questioning why the teacher in the Muzaffarnagar case has not been arrested. That's also a question. Is it not valid?
She is a handicap. She is a handicap, and one thing very important is that, let me finish, Mr. Sabharwal. That teacher, although has admitted her mistake and apologized, that's one aspect that can be taken into consideration, and she has made some very important points. She says there is a pressure from Muslim parents that their students are not doing well. One thing. And second, if you look at the national statistics, the dropout rate of Muslim school students is much, much higher as compared to the national average, much higher, at least 6-7%.
But the classmates cannot beat.
Please,
classmates cannot beat.
Hold on. आप अच्छे से जवाब दे पाएंगे अगर अच्छे से मुझे सुनेंगे.
Classmates should not beat.
Yeah. Nobody can justify. Absolutely.
That is an illegality. That is an illegality and a crime that has been punished. But at the same time, she has raised very important issues like control of madrasas, on which you have to go, control of madrasas on Muslim education, and the Maulvi.
No, let's not divert, sir, for the moment. There may be important issues in this context. Of course, action has to be taken. And let me bring in Ahmed Ayaz and Lalit Ambardar very quickly. Ahmed Ayaz, in the case of what happened in Jammu and Kashmir, there is a sense that, and you heard Desh Ratan Nigam, he says there's an unequal response coming in from all those who raised the issue of Muzaffarnagar. Why is that the case is the question he is asking. Please respond to him. Mr. Ayaz.
Well, the basic thing is that beating is no way justified in a school by a teacher. Absolutely, whatever reason may be. But here we see that as my understanding goes, it may not be just only because Jai Shri Ram has been written on the board. Maybe as a matter of indiscipline. But still, beating is no way justified. Because the teacher must be knowing Muslims believe in Lukum Dinakum Waliya Deen, everybody has his own religion. So for that purpose, it may not be that possibly. It may be for indiscipline or something, but still, it is not justified that somebody is beaten. Well, all those people who talk about it in the case of Muzaffarnagar, they should say the way I say, a beating is no way justified. Well, we can say it may not be just because of Jai Shri Ram has
and
been
Kathua also.
For indiscipline that a child has taken over.
And Kathua also, sir, in both the cases.
Well, that's what I say. So maybe the teacher must have felt bad or an indiscipline that a child the student has stood up and started writing on the board like a teacher. Maybe that a case. But even in that case,
you heard the student. I don't know if you heard the student. The student says it's because he wrote Jai Shri Ram on the blackboard. Lalit Ambardar, do you agree with Ahmed Ayaz here?
See, there can be no debate on the issue that capital punishment in the schools is banned, is banned by the law. It can't be allowed. So it has happened. So I think we have to take the action in both the cases. But what about the Jammu? Jammu case is very peculiar. You remember, Kashmir has been suffering with this pan-Islamism inspired supremacy and exclusivity of Islam for the past 70 years. And for 32 years, it has been incessant, and it has led to Kashmir Jihad. And you saw genocide of Kashmiri Hindus suffered under this very slogan, "Yahan ka chalega nizam Mustafa." I want to bring it to your notice that what surprises me, what should we take note of, this virus of supremacy and incompatibility is spreading its tentacles in the Jammu region, the Dogra land. That should be a matter of concern. It's not just beating a student. And remember, Jammu Kashmir is the only state where prior to 5th August 2019, 42nd Amendment regarding India being a secular state was not accepted by the Jammu and Kashmir government.
Right.
Kashmir, just because only yahan kya chalega nizam Mustafa, it is a Muslim majority state. And don't forget, whenever you have these so-called mainstream parties talking about the identity of Kashmir, it's an Islamic identity, it's Jinnah's creation theory of
We'll have to leave it there. Lalit Ambardar, completely out of time. We'll have to leave it there. Lalit Ambardar, Desh Ratan Nigam, Romesh Sabharwal, Ahmed Ayaz, I'd like to thank all of you. The question that we're asking, though, is this kind of hypocrisy the best way to deal with hate? Is it not perpetuating hate? That's a question that certainly comes to mind, judging from the responses and the actions in both of these incidents. We'll have to leave it there for the moment. Thanks so much, gentlemen, for joining us.